can't. I'll get started in 2 minutes. Do you see Out of Cape Health on the call, Courtney?
I'm here.
Okay, great. Hi, Lisa.
Hi. I have some numbers to share when you're ready for them.
Okay, great. I'll have you on after Hillary. All right, Hillary, whenever you're ready, I can get going. I'm sorry, Courtney.
You're free to start.
All righty, great, thank you. Welcome everybody to the Tuesday, June 23rd Select Board meeting with the Emergency Management Team. Mike Hurley, your police chief, and Rich Pauley, the fire chief, will be on this morning. Just a quick announcement in case we lose anybody early on. Beginning next month, we are going to switch this format to the third Tuesday of the month at 10 a.m. to give these briefings from your department heads here in town. With us moving into phase 2, eventually phase 3, and a lot of decisions already made for the season, we're starting to get into full swing right now. However, if the need arises that we have to go back to our original Tuesday morning formats, we will. And we will also be holding COVID-19 agenda items on the 2nd and 4th Tuesday Select Board meetings at night to give any updates as needed. So we're just shifting a bit and we appreciate it. We've actually been doing these since Tuesday, March 31st was our very first one giving updates. So we appreciate the everybody participating and coming on. We average 75 to 100 participants a week. And we hope that this has been productive and fruitful for everybody. So, and I want to thank all my colleagues in town, the other members, the select board and town administration for making this a success. So we appreciate it. So with no ado, I will bring up Hillary first for an update from the health department.
Good morning. So we are actively following up on a number of complaints with the start of phase 2. Step 2, we've received quite a few complaints. We continue to hear about restaurants and beach access and congregating and game playing and all kinds of things like that. We have a decrease in short-term rental complaints, which is great. So we do continue to follow up on that. We continue to receive updated guidance from the governor's office with regularity. We are on conference calls with the state twice a week where specific questions about the sector specific businesses can get asked and answered. So if folks have questions that we don't know the answer to, we can send the questions up there and get responses back. So that's all going on along with our regular departmental operations. We are back to collecting water samples on Tuesday and Thursday mornings. The courier service is running from Barnstable County, so the samples need to be in by 9:30. We've had some questions about that. And other than that, we're inspecting restaurants, pools, hotels, and it's operation as normal from our departments. So if anyone has questions, I'm happy to answer them, or I can just hold tight.
Okay, great. Thanks, Hillary. And Lisa, good morning from Out of Cape Health.
Good morning.
Morning.
Thank you for having me. Many of you may know that we participated in the state mass testing initiative last Wednesday and Thursday. All three of our health centers participated in that program and were open from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. on both days for walk-up, drive-in, and scheduled COVID testing. It was, I think, maybe an understatement to say that it was well received. All of the health centers were very busy. Total across the three health centers, we tested over 2,300 people total. Most of those were in Harwichport, but in Wellfleet, we tested 449 people between those 2 days. 122 of those were Wellfleet residents. We still have a number of tests pending. And as of yesterday afternoon, we hadn't gotten any positive results from anyone that was tested here at the Wellfleet Health Center. There were some people who were tested in Harwichport whose positive results have already came back, but none of them were Wellfleet residents, as far as I know. Hillary may have gotten additional information since I got this. Do you have any other info, Hillary?
We have not received any positive cases as of this morning, so I think we're holding steady at no active cases.
That's great. That's great. A remarkably small percentage of positive results thus far. I think our experience was that the goal of this mass testing initiative was to offer an opportunity for free testing for people who may have participated in mass gatherings, to give them an opportunity to get tested for free, especially if they were out and about in large crowds, maybe not wearing masks. We saw people who were in that category, but we also saw a large number of people who I think were curious, and there was some pent-up demand around getting tested because the criteria, as we all know, were pretty strict in the beginning and have been gradually loosening as time has gone on. So there were a lot of people who were curious and drove by and heard about it and pulled in and got tested. So we were all pretty exhausted after those 2 days. It was a pretty epic adventure, but it went great. And I think all in all, people who came by were very positive, very appreciative, and it was a good adventure and a good learning curve. We ran into a few snafus getting all of our testing kits, but I'll lift up my, we got them all after the fact. So now I have like 1,100 test kits in my office that were held up by FedEx or whatever. So if we have to do it again, we're prepared. So all in all, it was very well received, and I'm happy to answer any questions that anybody might have.
Great, thank you, Lisa. Courtney, any questions pending for Out of Cape Health?
I'm not seeing any.
Anybody on the call? Any members on the call? Okay, great. Not seeing any. Thanks, Lisa. We appreciate the update again from.
I just want to add one piece of information. If there's anybody here who might have gotten tested or knows someone who got tested, everyone will be contacted over the next few days as results come in. We've set up a system through our electronic health record that people will be receiving a push notification by phone and by text of negative results. Positive results will receive a phone call from someone at Outer Cape Health Services. That information obviously will be passed along to Hillary, and contact tracing, would take place for anyone that was tested positive. So we're being asked by the state to encourage people that we're testing to answer calls from contact tracers and from towns' health agents. So we're going to be making sure that we're getting information out to patients that we're testing on an ongoing basis to make sure they respond to contact tracing efforts.
Great, I appreciate that. Just for the general public this morning, I assume you guys will be a test site moving forward through your organization?
Yes, we're still doing testing daily in the afternoons from 1:30 to 3. We are working on adapting our requirements for a telemedicine visit prior to being tested. We're working on developing standing orders so that even asymptomatic patients can get testing, and we're working on minimizing the requirement for a telemedicine visit prior to being tested. So stay tuned. That's sort of in process to ease access to this testing opportunity.
Okay, great. Thank you. I appreciate it. And are you going to be around for any questions later? Okay, great. Lisa will be around at the end for any questions from out of Cape Health. Next up on the agenda this morning, the Department of Public Works, Mr. Vincent.
Okay, thank you, Chief. Good morning, everybody. Just a few brief updates above and beyond our normal maintenance and repairs, road repairs, sweeping, etc. We have been assisting the Beach and Rec Department in their opening preparations continuously, sign preparations, etc. We have also completed assisting the Rec Department with the construction of the new pavilion at Bakersfield, which I hope everybody has seen. It looks terrific. We have ongoing facility upgrade projects at the fire department and town hall that we're following through on. We are also we have been assisting the shellfish department with the Culch program, which is progressing well. Sort of a COVID related thing. We have ordered disinfectant foggers for town vehicles and facilities to help sanitize some of these areas. And just the other item that I have is we've been assisting the fire department installing new Stop the Bleed kits at the beaches. Really, that's all I have. We've noticed an uptick in trash throughout town, but I think some of it has to do with a lot of the takeout food that's been happening, but doesn't seem to be a problem, at least at this point. And really, that's all I have for now, Chief. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it. Next up on the agenda this morning, Community Services. Susanna, you on? I'm not sure if I see her on here. If not, we'll just quickly move over to Becky. I see you on there. Good morning.
Good morning, Chief. Thank you. I do have some announcements from the Rec Department this morning. The Bakersfield Playground, Skateboard Park, basketball and tennis courts, baseball and soccer fields have all reopened to the public. And the Rec Department staff has moved into the building at the Rec building at Bakersfield full time with the safety restrictions stipulated under phase 2 of the governor's reopening plan. These safety protocols for the rec area include only 10 at a time on the playground, basketball courts, and skate park, wearing a mask, social distancing only, non-contact sports are allowed, and the active supervision of children is necessary at all times. I'd also like to remind everyone to please bring your own water bottle, as the water filler will not be operational during this phase of reopening. Signs with all safety guidelines are posted, and a PSA detailing them can be viewed on the town's website. The department would like to thank the public in advance for working with us to follow these mandated safety guidelines. Construction of the pavilion at Bakersfield has been completed. Many thanks to the Wellfleet Community Preservation Committee for providing the grant for this project, and to the DPW for their support in this project and for helping with the reopening of the field. If you haven't been down there yet, it really looks great. The pavilion looks great. The fields are immaculate. We're just so happy to see everybody there, able to enjoy it in a safe, way. So sign up information for the small group children's activities, as well as a schedule of all virtual activities offered during the summer, will be on the town's website this week. The last thing I wanted to mention that we'll be doing a special birthday caravan for a lifelong Wellfleet resident and World War II veteran who is turning 97 on the 4th of July. The department is honored to help this family pay tribute to this Wellfleet icon and national hero. Since the caravan is meant to be a surprise, we will be giving more details about this on the website, on our website, the town website, Facebook, and Twitter as the event gets closer. And then I just, for all of these caravans we've been doing, again, to thank the Wellfleet Police and Wellfleet Fire for their support. I think it means so much to the families to be able to support these milestones during this time when they can't gather as a family. So thanks again, Chief, for all your support. And that's all I have for today.
Great. Thanks, Becky, for the update. It's great to hear that Bakersfield and some of the recreation areas are starting to get open now. But again, we just want to always continue to push the message of social distancing and masks when on those properties. So thank you for the update. Just a quick update by text on the senior center. Business as usual. They're serving 50 meals every Friday, and they have opened for the podiatrist and taxes. They are urging social distance and mask wearing when you are over in their facility. So that is an update over at the Council on Aging. Good morning, Chief. Update from the fire department.
Good morning, Chief. Thank you. First of all, I'd like to welcome new Select Board member Ryan Curley. Welcome, Ryan. Looking forward to working with you and good efforts for our community. We've had a busy last week here. We're working with the beach department to do lifeguard training for all the lifeguards in this difficult or different training phase that we're in because of COVID-19. But we did a successful training event with them on Saturday and Sunday, and help get them ready for the new season, or this season, I should say. And our call volume is increasing. It has increased in the last about 6-7 days. We've had multiple calls going on simultaneously, which is expected this time of year, but it's certainly been challenging. And we're still down. We have 3 full-time openings that we're attempting to fill from either terminations or resignations, and our folks moving on to other departments. But we're busy, and we want to be here. We are here for you guys. But thank you, Chief.
Great. Thanks, Chief. Appreciate it. Next on the agenda from the police, just a few quick updates this morning. On the beaches, we are in full swing up there, and our staffing will begin to ramp up even more come the July 4th weekend. Right now, I know Suzanne wasn't on, McGuire's Landing / LeCounts is a resident beach sticker lot this summer. The rare lot of Whitecrest, which was the pay lot, is closed. And Cahoon Hollow Beach is under the direction of the Wellfleet Beachcomber, but stickers are allowed in the front lot if they do have room. The main issue up there is going to be for us will be traffic and drop-offs and trying to keep people moving up there. We are anticipating and cannot stop buses from coming this summer, although we haven't heard of any mass buses. But I know July 4th weekend last year, we had each day an average of 30 school buses or some type of public transportation that came to our beaches. So we are prepared for that. We will have the staffing, but please be patient up there with the new guidelines and beaches and lots open and closed. It's going to be a tad bit chaotic up there, but we will try to keep things flowing and moving, and we will adjust as needed as the season progresses. And also, again, a reminder, social distancing on the beaches, mask wearing if you're going in up and down the beach or to the bathroom or visiting a restaurant up there. We strongly encourage that to be taking place up there. The other quick update, we received Michael Allen back from the Plymouth Police Academy last Friday. He graduated and he has begun his field training program. So you will see Michael around town it's great to get these guys back. The academies had to close for 6 weeks during the surge here in Massachusetts. And I just want to give my hat off to the academies and the state for really working with us to get these men and women out and into our communities, because it's some tough times right now, and we really need the help back in the communities, so that we can all move forward through this pandemic and through a very busy summer season here. So, and again, one other final mention, and you probably hear it every week, and please keep an eye on neighbors and family and friends. There's still a lot out there. There's still a lot of unknowns, still a lot of stress and anxiety. We are going through some phases of reopenings, and employment is starting to come back a bit, but it's by nowhere back to normal at all. And I think for a lot of us, including myself and public safety, there's still a lot of unknowns as the future moves forward here. So, please just keep an eye on your friends and loved ones, and if needed, reach out to us. We have a community navigator. We also have a local community group that is trying to organize and come up with a plan to be an ear to listen. So, as a community, we can all get through this pandemic together. So I appreciate that. And that's the update from the police this morning. And administration, Courtney, I thought I saw Mike Trovato on the line. Is Dan on?
Dan is here. Good morning,
Dan.
everybody. As Chief Hurley just said, as a community and on the Outer Cape, we're doing very well. It's something we should be proud of. But we are in this for the long haul. Let's not let up. Continue to be smart, continue to be aware. We can affect the future here. So the main thing I would just like to mention to everybody is that with the exception of the police station and somewhat the fire station, town buildings are closed to walk-ins. So the doors you will see that are locked, you can make an appointment to see any town staff member. If you click on the town's website, click on the COVID update, you'll see a staff directory there. You can find the phone number and call directly to that staff member and make an appointment. Keep in mind that the library and the Council on Aging have their own procedures, so contact them directly for any questions that you might have. Mike or Courtney, do either of you have anything you want to add?
Yeah, Dan, thanks. Just one thing I wanted to mention was that pre-COVID, the town had committed to doing a phone system upgrade. Pretty fortuitous that we are doing it now. Unfortunately, it'd be great if it was already installed, but the switchover for this is scheduled to occur around July 8th. But the good thing on the system is that it will be more efficient, and have a lot more enhancements than the old system. Things like it's going to be easier for voicemail retrieval, conference calling, meetings, staff meetings. It's also capable of transferring to mobile devices, and it'd be very helpful for interoffice communications. So all this is going to be important, I think, going forward here, especially as we're trying to do more remote access, and as people are doing some work from home, staff is. And I think one of the bigger things is that from a public safety perspective, this upgrade of the system will be really helpful to our police and fire department as well. So we look forward to this new system. We think that it's going to be helpful, especially as people are trying to reach staff for appointments and things like that, and make us more accessible to this system. So that's it.
This is Courtney. I don't have anything. Just thank you to everybody for their participation on these calls. And, as Chief Hurley said, we will continue these again in July on the 21st, which is the third Tuesday, and it will be live streamed and broadcast on Channel 18 as well.
Great. Thanks, Courtney. And, again, we owe a huge debt of gratitude to Courtney for keeping us on track, keeping these meetings posted on our website, and managing them through each meeting. So thanks, Courtney, for that again. And again, like Mike Trovato said, we actually, police and fire, went live with the new phone system last week. Please be patient. I don't think we've lost any calls or voicemails yet. However, we are learning the system ourselves. So just want to remind people and thank the town for that. We'll move on to the select board members. I'll just kind of go in order of my Hollywood squares. I see Ryan is on. Ryan, good morning and welcome aboard.
Howdy. So I just have one question, and that's how was the traffic on Ocean View Drive this weekend?
We've seen that it actually started last weekend, the weekend prior to this. It is picking up. You know, finally we had some good weather break last weekend, so it is definitely increasing. Usually what I consider the apex or the top for us will be July 4th weekend. The 4th falls on a Saturday, so I'm anticipating that Friday through Sunday to be our biggest crunch up there. We will have additional staff on board for that, so it is picking up there.
Okay. And since Suzanne's not here, how are the beach parking lots over the weekend? Do you know?
Honestly, I don't have those numbers for you. I think this would usually be the weekend we would start the stickers and the staff regardless. So I think usually the 3rd week in June into the 4th week, we start seeing an uptick up there. I do not believe lots have been full yet that I know of.
Okay, thank you.
Great, thank you. Welcome aboard. Justina, good morning.
Hi, Chief. I don't have a question. I just want to, again, say thank you to the emergency management team and town administration. I have heard any number of comments about how well the town is doing, and I think that has a lot to do with the hardworking individuals on this call.
Great, thank you. We appreciate that. And I believe I saw early on, Janet was on. I'm not sure if she's still here.
Can you hear me? There we go. So can you hear me?
Yep, we see you and hear you.
Okay, so I just got on. Something is wrong with my computer. There's no sound. So what did I miss?
It's on recording.
I know. So no comment. I'll listen to the recording and check back in, but I'm on my phone now. So thank you for asking.
Okay, great. Thank you. And Courtney, I don't believe any other board members are on that I see.
I didn't see any.
Okay, great. Thank you. We'll move over to open questions. There's a raise your hand option and the chat method if you have any questions to send in to any of us this morning. I don't know if there's any on there. Oh.
Chief, excuse me for interrupting you. Courtney, Mike Tavasto's not on?
Not that
I don't think he could make it
You guys
today.
can unmute yourself. Well, there's a Devasto on, so it's Michael.
I'm on.
If you want to say something, Mike, go ahead.
Okay. I actually didn't really have a comment. That's why I didn't come in, but I guess I'd like to remind the town and thank all the restaurants and businesses that are open and serving the public. And as we have an uptick, just like the public to be patient, because I haven't talked to a single business that is fully staffed. So just know that everybody's doing their best out there. And I also just wanted to thank the public safety and town staff, because I know that they're shorthanded as well. So just want to remind everyone to be patient with all our community and businesses and town staff. That's all.
Great, thanks, Mike. Oh, Jennifer, I'm sorry. I see Jennifer in my bottom right square there. Good morning, Jennifer.
Hi there.
Good. An update from the library.
So we have some exciting news, which is that delivery has started. So up until now, you've only been able to get books that are in our collection, but now delivery has started, so you can request books from other CLAMS libraries like you were able to before this started. So please go ahead and do that. We're still doing that curbside. And of course, as you can imagine, we have very long lists that we're working through from when, because people have been able to place holds through this entire time. And the books that are coming to us, we need to quarantine those for 72 hours per our Massachusetts governing board. So you'll have to wait a little bit longer for the books that you're requesting, but they'll be here and we'll call you when they're here and you'll get them. And curbside has been going really, really well. You've all given us really positive feedback, and we feel really lucky that we have a public that is appreciating this service even when we can't be open to you. So thank you so much. Again, thank you to this town that has just wrapped yourselves around us when we can't be open to you. So thank you.
Great, thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that. And again, it goes to show all segments of our community that's affected, including the library, which is the hub at times of the community and visitors alike with all the programming that's there. So thank you, Jennifer. Courtney, questions?
Yeah. I have one from the chat, and it says, I noticed a lot of comments on Facebook about maskless and why every store doesn't follow the mark. I think Hillary, you can talk to this, but I believe, it's not mandated and it's up to the business's discretion. Is that right, Hillary?
So masks are required in businesses. They should, unless of course you are under 2 or have a medical issue, masks are required.
And complaints about businesses that are allowing people into their stores without masks on go to the health department?
So if there are complaints, we're happy to receive them in the health department. You can call us and leave a message, or you can email Hillary, HILLARY .Lemos, LEMOS at wellfleet-ma.gov. The difficult part of enforcing the mask order is by the time we get the message and arrive at an establishment, those that are not masked are gone. And again, those with medical conditions, which may not be obvious to people walking by, are allowed to not wear them.
Okay, thank you. And then Mary Ellen Manning.
Oh, hi. I just wanted to thank everybody for holding these meetings. And Ryan Curley, I wanted to wish you good luck.
Well, thank you.
Great, thank you, Mary Ellen. Anybody else on the call or any other comments?
I'm getting more questions about the marketplace being able to stop people at the door and others who do not. I think that, Hillary's laid out the guidance for businesses and the process for forming complaints against businesses that aren't doing these things. I would talk to Hillary directly, but we're not going to get into every business in town here and who's doing what and who's not doing what. Michael DeVasto?
Yeah, I just had one more point to clarify. The chief had said that McGuire Landing is open to residents. It's resident stickers, but it's all resident and taxpayers. I know there's been a little confusion about that, so I just wanted to clarify that point. All residents and non-resident taxpayers. And that's it.
Thanks. That's all I have, Chief.
Okay, great. Thanks, Courtney. Chief Pauly, any final comments? And
Yeah,
by the way, I'm holding the record for the moving this along at 10:34.
well, like I said, I'm going to filibuster this for the next
I know you
45
are.
minutes.
I
So
know you are.
so, no, we've seen an uptick in calls. It's certainly in the last week. Folks are here, and we appreciate that, and we welcome them. And people from our perspective have been very cooperative, and certainly wearing the masks and being socially distant for the most part. But again, I could only state again that please be kind, please look out for each other, and please be kind to each other in terms of respecting social distance, your neighbors, your friends, your family members, obviously. And we'll see what the summer brings. And that's all I'm going to say. Thank you, Chief.
Great, thanks, Chief. I appreciate it. And again, in case if you came on after, this will be our last routine every Tuesday morning Zoom meeting. We'll be moving our format to the third Tuesday of the month, beginning in July at 10 a.m. So that will make our first one Tuesday, July 21st at 10 a.m. And we'll have COVID-19 agenda items on the second and fourth Tuesday select board meetings at night at 7 p.m. So we will also be on there with any updates for the community and just updates on how the summer is going in regards to the COVID-19 in the community. So again, I want to thank everybody, the select board, the support, town administration, Courtney, utmost with this organization, and everybody have a safe week and a safe 4th, and we will see you next month. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.